I believe that domestic violence is an absolute epidemic in our society, and we need to act. We need to all come together in some form or another to become educated, to become familiar with how to deal with the situation, and how to keep women, men who are victims of domestic violence as well, and ultimately children in households who are victimized safe. Well, why I wanted to develop this event was because virtually every one of us knows somebody who has been a victim of domestic violence, and it impacts every single one of us in society one way or another, someone we care about, a friend of a friend, and ultimately we need to educate people as to how to protect themselves, and the ultimate goal is to keep people safe. I got into this business in order to help families. I wanted to be there, I wanted to help them. Many people are in abuse situations, they're victimized. I've seen a tremendous number of cases that have been affected because of improper completion of the complaint for domestic violence. One example, for instance, is a client of mine contacted me from the courthouse, completely fearful, just terrified about what to anticipate, and they had been strong enough to finally stand up, take the steps necessary, go to the courthouse, and seek the protection. But what they were met with was, unfortunately, an intake person who was not knowledgeable. The good news was that the client contacted me while there, and I was able to talk her through how to relay what had transpired to the judge who had heard the case so that the protection could ultimately go through and the restraining order was, in fact, entered. Most people don't have that benefit. Weinberger Law Group provides free access to information on our website for temporary restraining orders and how to file temporary restraining orders for one reason and one reason only: to educate the public. Take this and print it out and give it to a victim, or give it to some type of nonprofit organization, battered women's shelters. Use it to your advantage. Give people all the information and education you possibly can. And most important and priority goal is for these victims to be safe. And if that means we give them free information up front to safeguard them, then absolutely that's what we're going to do. These victims come forward and say, "Thank you so much because you gave me the strength I needed and the information I needed to come forward," and a fully informed person in no matter what situation is certainly going to feel more confident in taking those next steps. Many people ask me what the typical client is that I see each and every day, and straightforward, it could be anybody and everybody. I see men, I see women, I see people of different social classes, I see a blue-collar worker, I see the highest of esteemed professionals, I see celebrities. Everybody experiences domestic violence. Nobody is immune, unfortunately. I have clients who have come in at the very first incident of a domestic violence matter. Immediately they stop, they go, they get help. That's in their blood. That feels right to them. That's their reaction. I've had clients who have come into me after years and years and years of abuse and still not 100% certain that they wanted to go forward for one reason or another. Even in the most secure of settings in an attorney's office where everything is confidential, the reality is a lot of clients come in and they're afraid to even talk to you. When a client comes in, we stop and we say, how are we going to protect this person and their family, their children, and any other persons involved? There are certain steps necessary to follow when you believe that you're a victim of domestic violence. The first is to stop, catch your breath, and call the police. In the event that you feel insecure about making that telephone call, leave the house with or without your children. Go to the police station, go to the local municipal court, go to your superior court, go to a family lawyer's office, go to a battered women's shelter, and put yourself in a safe place, and then the next steps will follow.